So I am live. 1 minute early. Just adjusting some volumes. Um, well, it's 10, so it's time to get this live stream started. This is me, Koujex, the person behind the channel, the Hero Collector. I guess it's my first official face reveal. And let me see, let's talk about. Well, you just heard my dog, my boo boo Iris. She's guarding the house, so you might get some interruptions like noises. I live next to a highway. But why this? Let's talk about why I wanted to stream. I first wanted to do streaming. I want to do streaming for a long time, but I always give myself the excuse that I didn't have the correct equipment. Like I don't got a capture card from my Switch. My main computer's a Mac, yada yada. But then a couple weeks ago, I got the kick in the behind that I needed to reminded myself that I only need a phone to stream. So that's how I'm going to start these streams. Hey, Azori. I hope I get that right. Yeah. Text kind of small on my phone. But welcome and thank you for tuning in. So as I was saying, I wanted to stream for a while and I always had the excuse that I don't got the setup to stream, but I was reminded I could stream with just a phone. So that's where I am today. I think my computer screen just went off. So what is the Koujex Action Hour? Give me a minute. The Koujex Action Hour is going to be me streaming freely on a weekend, either around this time, 10 to 12 on a Saturday or 10 to 12 on a Sunday, depending on how my weekends look. And I will generally tell you about updates and games I'm playing. So like today you will see a World 11 preview update for Guardian Tales. I might talk about Honkai Star Rail, as I said, I recently started to the channel. I'm going to talk about whatever the chat wants to discuss. That will take priority. I will tell you about any other games that I have been playing or interested in, any news that I find interesting, and then at the end of that, I will tell you. Well, I will show you some videos that I watched this week that I thought were interesting that you may want to watch yourselves. So for today's video though, well today's stream, I want to do first a setup tour so you can see what I'm working with and know that anybody can stream, or at least start streaming as long as you have a smartphone. So I can't show you the phone that I'm actually recording with, but it's an iPhone 11. I got it as a gift from my mother and sister as a replacement for my old phone, which was not working that well. So I could thank them for this. And then let's start with the setup tour. Let me show you what I'm working with. So this tablet is not mine. I borrowed this so I can monitor the chat, so don't pay too much interest to that. The table is mine. This is what my setup used to be on when I first started. But last Christmas, my wife got me a new table, so I got this upgraded. So right now, I just rest stuff on this, mostly my feet when I'm working at my computer, like making videos. But for today, I got this. I have the tablet to monitor the chat. You can see my original Switch here. Well, my only Switch, not just original. It is what I believe was the Mario Brothers Switch. Well, the Super Mario Odyssey Special Edition Switch. I ended up with this one because I waited the whole year trying to get a Switch and they were always sold out. So when this one came out, I was able to grab it, and that's how I ended up with the red Joy-Cons. This is the phone that I play most of my mobile games on. I got this for free from my cousin. It's an iPhone XR, but in bad shape. Whoops. So you can see they got Revive Witch down there and Guardian Tales. That's kind of a spoiler. The phone in bad shape, minus the hair and stuff, but camera crack, phone screen crack, what's not, but it's worked for what I needed to work for. It also can't make phone calls. And then let me show you my chair for next. There's an old chair I get from work. No my cable setup. I just get it from work for free. It's better than what I had before, so that's what I use. As my coach. Is the best girl in the world, Iris. She's normally being the coach when I'm working. And this is my new table, my new setup. Let me get back. Let me bring this down. And yeah, so you can see I got a Mac Mini. Because I didn't know the better, I just bought the Apple Magic Mouse and keyboard. The most dumb. My speakers, one there, one behind the monitor because the table's so small. Hey, thanks J4KZ. And then I got that's my wireless charger for the phone. My plug voice photo. There's a Mac Mini. The reason I got the Mac Mini, the M1, it was because it was the cheapest computer. Yes, boo boo. You interrupt in the stream, but you will always come first. The reason I got the Mac Mini, the M1, is because it was the cheapest video editing computer that I could have found based on reviews. So I just went and get that. And then the Blue Snowball, I had that for a long time because like 5, 6, 7 years ago, I wanted to start creating content for an old video game I used to play called Vainglory. But that didn't really pan out. So I always had the Snowball mic. I used to have a capture card, but Windows only, so I give it to my friend Trezon. And this monitor I get for about equivalent of 250 US. I get this from PriceSmart in Barbados. And the table also has a drawer. In the drawer I got Xbox controller I get from my cousin for free. This is the Razer Kishi. I can equip this to my phone. And it'll be a controller. I can't open it with one hand, so I'll show you that later. These some extra Joy-Cons I buy because they're bigger. I think these are the Demon X Machina ones. They aren't the best, but because they ain't got much features, but they're big and they're more comfortable for long gaming sessions on my Switch. I normally have to play a handheld because my wife always got the TV. This is a SSD hard drive that I got recently because the videos start taking up too much space. I remember when I was younger, a flash drive used to be this size and only had like 1 gigabyte, and now this is a 1 terabyte SSD drive that I got. And these are some headphones I got that I used to use when I was like video calling and editing my videos, but I find out I like listening to myself through the speakers more, so I don't really use the headphones no more. And I actually have a picture of my original setup. Let me see if I can find it here. You go. So this is what my setup used to look like on the same old table that here now. So that's how I started off when I was making videos. And now it's evolved into this. So that ain't too bad. That's not too bad at all. And so I guess we can move on to, let me switch back the camera. Right, so I guess we can move on to the next part of this video, since that's basically the setup tour. That's all my setup is. And we could talk about the World 11 update for Guardian Tales. At first I was going to present it by just like reading through this, but I think I may be able to show you some of this stuff if I put my phone onto the screen. So give me a minute and I'll get that set up. I also need to pull up the patch notes on my Switch so that I can read them. News, World 11 update. All right, then I could just start this up. Be aware that if you only play on Switch, you might see some spoiler characters or so as I go through the update on screen. But for those who are here, you'll get an early preview of all the patch notes. And those will be like Future Night, the New World, World 11, yada yada. So let me see if I can get this on the screen. I also need to buy a gimbal to hold this phone, because I can tell I can't do this for an hour to 2 hours every week. But oh yeah, the stream game probably be every weekend. I think I said already though. Mirror, mirror. Turn this down. And let's switch back to the computer screen. Not gonna be the best quality, but at least I could talk about the update. So if we, this is my mobile account. So if we start with the book, the first thing they mention is Future Night. I don't have her on this, but I might still be able to showcase what she looks like. Okay, viewing mode. Let me see how that looks. Oh, that on the side, so I guess that don't work that good. But yeah, this Future Night. She's the starting update. I am going to be pulling for her, even though I advise everybody to save. But the reason I'm pulling for her is mostly for content purposes. Since I never used her, I want to use her and test her and then make a video about her properly. I know the basics of what she does, but I never used her, and I think using the character more important than just knowing about them. So this Future Night, the starting update. I'll have a video on her probably in a week or so. The next thing coming to the update can be World 11. So if we go to Adventure, I think this is World 10 right now. And mobile is actually up to World 14. But obviously I can't go past World 11. I actually did beat it. It's stuck. Adventure. Chapters. Let me keep it to World 11. Right. So this is World 11. I think they said the first 4 stages are going to be open. The first 4 main stages, so you'll have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then there are 2 more after that, opening up the week after. So that's what's gonna be happening there. Next thing they said is heroes. I hope this ain't got no spoilers. Oh, good. The max level for heroes is going to be raised to 75. No, actually 72. And then 77 once you max limit break the heroes, so you could get either max level 72 or 77 depending. Your equipment also gonna be able to go up to 72 or 77. So that's something to look forward to. Heaven Hall, let's say the Guild Arcade. Let me see if I can switch hands here. My hands getting tired. So if you go to the Guild, they are going to be releasing some mini games. You gotta go this way, go up into the corner. If you press here, there's going to be an arcade. I think this is one of the games they said that's coming out. Stop the Gargoyles. I can show you a little preview of how that works, although I can probably play horribly. But I think with this game, all you'll be doing is charging like this, and then shoot. Well, I miss, and I miss again, and I miss again, and I miss again, and I miss again. I'm going to die, and I lost. I am pretty sure, well, I know I'm pretty sure I have played better than this before. I think I might got the high score on this guild, not that I got a lot of players. But if I go to game list, as you can see, not that one, Gargoyles. Actually, I'm in second place. I probably can't beat Ben. But I can play, I just can't play and stream at the same time since I hold in one phone and trying to play on the next. So moving on from that, we got the Exploration Forge coming. That's also in the patch notes. Let's see. So I actually have the video scripts written for the Exploration Forge. But the Exploration Forge can be here on this shit. And then you and you see these expedition or farm them way off in the future. But you will be seeing World Exploration. And World Exploration is like a Fire Emblem type game mode. But once you beat it once, you just get away and let me see. I definitely need a better camera setup in the future. But for world exploration, what's happening is play through it. Like if you play Fire Emblem, you can move your character and what's not. And then once you complete the stage, you get materials. And with those materials, you can go to the forge and you can make stuff. And with this stuff, well, with the stuff you get to make is actually called merch. Merch is a new item you will be having in the game that can be equipped on any character. You can just choose a character. You go here, equip the merch. Merches have different effects. You can watch the videos that I bring out to get a better idea how that can work. Let me just switch back to my face for a little bit so people know that he's a real person. What else coming with the update? Right, the Exploration Forge also is how you will be able to get super costumes. It's not going to be the easiest thing to get, but it is there. And I guess I could preview some super costumes now on stream. If you go to the shop, super costumes. This is the newest one in the game. This is a Mariel super costume. I started quality support, but my whole stream running from my phone. The ones we are starting with will be Autumn Night. I can't show. The 3 we are starting with I seem to already have. So I guess I'll show you them from someplace else. If I go to hero, we can be starting with Autumn Night. Hey Edward, I know, look back at the chat. I know seeing your I know for sure switch starting with 3, which is this one. One for Plate Vice that I probably can't get to right now. And Rang Pang. I don't think I got Rang Pang once, so if I go back to the shop. Shop. Super costumes. Right. This is one that's coming to Switch as well, the Rang Pang one. And it can be Autumn Night, Rang Pang, and a Plate Vice one. Currently on mobile, when I was playing, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That'll be 11 super costumes over 8 months or so, and I think like 2 were gifts, I think. So it's a slow grind to get super costumes. But, and I don't think you can buy your way to it, because I never really seen the packages selling super costumes or anything like that. Let me see what else going on in the update. No, friendly match added. Shop. Oh, we also getting equipment costumes now. So they're saying you that come into the game. And equipment costumes is just costumes for equipments. Best way to put it. I don't recommend to buy them. Even if unless you really want the collection bonus. But like, there's a good way to burn gems fast. And I ain't sure how much can come out at a time. I think they said how much coming. We starting off with 4, but you can see that they can range from anywhere from 1,200 gems down to 600. I don't know if any of them can be cheaper. But it's not something I really recommend most players buy. And then what else happening in this update now? And I think that's about it. That's covered the update. I am going to be doing some videos. Alright. So I'm going to be doing some videos on the Merch Forge. And yeah, I'm basically on the Merch Forge. I can do a video on Future Princess maybe a week after, because I want to get her myself and test her. And I think that's about it for the World 11 update. Other things I probably want to talk about. I start putting Star Rail videos on the channel. I don't know how many of you watch them, but it's kind of to grow the channel. I like Star Rail, but I'm still worried about it. Like a lot of things I like about it is like the polish it got, like that MiHoYo polish. I like a lot of the character designs. Like Clara right now is my favorite cause of Svarog, that is her partner. As you can see, that's my current background. Let me see. But the thing I was worrying about Star Rail is that I really don't like the gacha system in it, cause how punishing it is, and I don't like the equipment system either, cause you just gotta farm for random stats. And unlike Guardian Tales where we get items that we can reroll the stats, you can't reroll stats in Star Rail, so I gotta see how long it lasts. But MiHoYo's met good games like in this Hoyo verse actually, so that ain't too bad. But I can keep making videos on it, but that give me more discussion type videos and not really guides, cause I ain't that good at that game. The game new, everybody gotta learn everything, so Star Rail is a future thing. Let me see what else going on. Revive Witch is a game I used to play on this channel. I ain't know if anybody that followed me back then, they still follow me now. But Revive Witch is one of the games that I made a lot of videos on. And it was how I first started growing this channel. It was the first game to really push this channel to growth. I get like 200 subscribers from it. 200 subscribers, maybe more if I scroll through the channel. So right before I began Guardian Tales, I think I was still making Revive Witch content before it, and Grimlight, but we're not talking about Grimlight. We're here to talk about Revive Witch. There's one here, and then there's a lot of Grimlight. Grimlight. Well, I play a lot of games I did not remember, but so let me just go to playlist. If you go to playlist, you can see that that's light. Guardian Tales has 47 videos. 47 videos in Guardian Tales, and Revive Witch has 29, which would be the game that I made the most content on prior to starting Guardian Tales content. But anyways, I say all of that just to tell people that Revive Witch actually is shutting down in 2 months. It's shutting down May the 7th. So I think I'm gonna make a goodbye video on that. Probably just showing like all the dolls I had collected in that game and what's not. I did like the game, but it wasn't adding a lot. Yo, Trey. T-Zone Wolf, Trey-Zone. Thanks for passing through. I was not talking about how Revive Witch shutting down. I don't think you didn't play that one, but yeah, Revive Witch shutting down May 7th. Kind of sad, but the game wasn't. It didn't have a proper end game. Like, you didn't really have a reason to play, and it was very, very generous. You could get almost every doll you wanted, quite easy. Granted, it didn't miss the banner, cause banner it didn't do a lot of reruns either. Along with Revive Witch shutting down, Echoes of Mana also shutting down. I actually played that game as well. Let me see how much videos I made on that one. I only made 3 videos on it. Because actually when I played this game, I remember I made some stupid mistake. And I just tell myself, man, I don't want to play it no more. That and the game wasn't like super engaging. It had a lot of load screens. Yeah. I don't think it was fully polished when they released it, and then like the characters was just a lot different characters and different skins you had to pull for. It was solid, but it didn't keep me. That's the best I could put it. But that also shutting down, I think in May as well, or maybe end of April. And I think that was it for the game. For the game updates. What I did not realize is that an hour would take so long. I thought I could make an hour by like I ran out of content to talk about. I did the tour. I do my setup tour, so I show you my setup. I talk about the World 11 update. I talk about Honkai Star Rail and how I feeling about it. Revive Witch I covered. Echoes of Mana I covered. Honkai Star Rail. Probably should have planned more content for this stream. Probably should have planned more content for this stream, shouldn't I? I'm going to pull for Future Night, but I advise most people to skip it. Well, to skip her for no. Reason being is because I still believe the collab is going to come 4 weeks after Future Night. And I think most people should try to get the collab characters because you can only get the collab characters once. Future Night, well, cool. I don't think it's a must pull T-Zone. Don't guide people the wrong way. She's cool, strong in the basic teams, but World 10, World 11, Worlds 12, and 13, I think all are dark enemies. So it's like, if you pull a basic character right now, she ain't gonna help you much, despite looking that cool. So I really think that most people should skip Future Night, or at least wait till the end of her banner and decide if you want to pull for her. Let me see if the collab get announced before then. Also, the character coming after Future Night is the Dark Magician. I ain't call her name right now, but she pretty cool too. But I think my reasoning is you should skip both of those because you could always get them with. Exactly, that's my reasoning. It's better to go for the collab. You might get Future Night as an off banner pull, but you can always get Future Night later on with collab tickets. Not collab tickets, but mileage tickets, sorry. So yeah, that's my reasoning for why I say you should skip Future Night for no. And it's only because of the collab. Other than that, I think Future Night is a solid character. I am going to test her myself, and I'm going to create a hero spotlight for her after a week of testing. Since I never actually owned her, I just know about her. So yeah, that's my basis on Future Night. I ain't know what else to talk about. I thought streaming for all would be easy, but without having a game to play or whatever, I ain't sure. Maybe I should call this the Koujex Action Hour. Because I think I get through a half hour pretty easy. Right now the clock's saying 27 minutes. And I really want to waste people's time on the stream if I'm doing nothing like interesting. I guess something interesting I could tell you is that when I'm making videos, I am still using the collab that coming can be the one for the Slayers. The Slayers collab with Lena and whoever else from Slayers. I never watched the anime. This is my first ever stream. Probably should have planned it better. But it's practice for me. I never actually streamed before. Future Night would be a nightmare together with FP. Force, I can't even tell you for story mode. Like, the problem with Future Night at this point is that she's a basic hero. And let me see if we could pull up her abilities. Let me switch back to the screen here. So Future Night is a basic hero, and she kind of needs her exclusive weapon, so she's not a hero where you will want to swap out. Oops, you shouldn't see that yet. She's not a hero where you can want to swap out her exclusive weapon too often. But yeah, in story mode she wouldn't, but T-Zone got a point there that she's pretty good in Coliseum. But even then, oops, got you showing my feet. But even then in Coliseum, I feel like she's not necessary right now. At this stage, like, she kind of counters FP in Coliseum, but I ain't sure. I will go see how the Coliseum ranking shape out, because I know the meta from this early. But I just don't think that she's a must pull yet, at least just because the collab coming. If the final chapters 10, 11, 12. T-Zone, you can help me here. I think 12 and 13 is also dark enemies. Like, grabbing a basic hero now is really not going to help you. If anything, I'll tell you get the banner after her. But I really want people safe for the collab. Yeah, I was trying to avoid spoilers. But yeah, Beth come in and Beth right after Future Knight. But they're also telling people to skip Beth. Also only for the collab. But for raid teams, if you're playing raid, Future Knight is going to be very strong next to Nari and Idol Eva for the basic raid team. So if you're doing raids versus like enemies and you got Future Knight, you got Nari, and you have Future Knight, Nari, and Idol Eva, your basic raid team is going to be quite strong. You could just add the regular Knight on there as well, and that's a good raid team. Future Knight would be good there. So if you're a raider and you're building your basic team, I would say get Future Knight. Beth is pretty broken. Beth. Beth is Beth is strong, but the thing is, with Coliseum at least, I don't even know if this is a good angle. Well, Coliseum at least, actually I need to put up sample on this wall. This wall look pretty plain now that I'm looking at it. But Beth in Coliseum at least is more of a range heroes game. Is just one tank like Future Princess and maybe Ogma up front. And then just keep two rangers in the back, unless people go account to like Rue or a few other units that come in the future. You think so, Lori? Like I know Beth's strong and the dark team strong, but I just find that Colosseums be dominated by range heroes more so. And then like, yo, go, welcome to the stream. I was just talking about Beth in the Coliseum. The thing with Beth is that she's a melee hero, and I find Coliseums be dominated by range heroes. So heroes like Barry and Nari and heroes that could hit from a range, so they could just stay behind the tanks. Well, Beth is going to be strong. I think on release, she's not going to be enough to break through the current Coliseum meta. And that's also because Future Princess is going to be lead character for most people. So I think Beth can still struggle a little bit. But if we wait, let me see. Let me think. I think MK99, since I already talking about heroes and spoilers, MK99 coming before, well, not long after the collaboration. If we get the collaboration, MK99 coming, and she's a ranged like hero that's just a terror in Coliseum. So that's something else that Beth gotta look out for. Gotta make a move work. Oh, all right. And thanks for passing through, T-Zone. I forget you at work, so that's still good. Thanks for passing through, helping me get through this stream, because I thought I would have met an hour, but I barely met half hour right now. So I was talking about Beth. While Beth is strong, I think Coliseum she can struggle for a little bit. The dark melee team, or melee teams in general, don't do that good in Coliseum. Speaking about arena now, I think you can make a good argument for Beth there. And then Beth can got competition from Lilith, another dark melee hero. Both of them the same thing, but they both can work on the same team. And like I said, MK99 coming. And I think the light team can always be just a little too strong for Beth to make it in Coliseum. That's what I'm thinking overall. I ain't sure what else to talk about now. I think I ran out of steam, people. Future Knight and Muriel. I actually don't know much about. I am not that good in arena, so I can't speak for it. Also, I know who's strong and who not. So if you tell me Muriel and Future Knight good in arena, I could only trust you on that one. But then if you're running Muriel and Future Knight, do you have to run another Earth hero just to make that team, like, to make Muriel stronger, or that ain't really important? all Edward know about Future Knight and Arena. He said Future Knight map dependent. And Gogo was saying the meta is just that it's almost impossible to get through Ogma FP healer setups. I kind of agree with you, Gogo. Like, the meta kind of stagnant now. It can always be like FP Ogma. And actually, people don't run healers much. You can see FP Ogma and maybe 2 range heroes or 1 range hero and another one for a little bit, from what I remember. Ah. Well, yeah, people's run Gabe on the like teams, but if I look at, let me see if I could pull up the Coliseum meta on my mobile account. Tell you what people are running now. It will contain spoilers, but I don't think it is FP and Ogma as much no more. Edward did say that Future Knight can't shoot through walls, which is something I would have figured once I start testing. So yeah, heroes, I guess heroes that can't pass through walls will always be map dependent for Arena. But like I say, he's only played Arena like 1 to 10 times in a whole week. And that's just to get some gems, but I'm not really an Arena player, so I didn't really want to say it was worth in Arena or not. But I do play Coliseum because it's auto play mode. Let me pull up my mobile. Coliseum. Not that anyone on mobile dead, but let's see what the meta is on mobile. Let me see. So that is Craig. Not the Craig we got now, so it is a spoiler. So it looked like Craig. That's Tinia's sister, I forget she name. Beth, and the newest hero. And all the teams looking like that. You got Ogma there in number 3. And Craig. That is some serious defense. So I can't tell the meta is range. Kind of a mixture. Let's see. Lena, one of the collab heroes there. It looks diverse, but that's with time, I guess. People start trying different things. People got different heroes. Also, the Servite on mobile kinda sorta dead. But yeah, as time goes on, we can see heroes like MK99 come to the Coliseum, and then after MK, who else can dominate? Camille can dominate for a good little while when he land. Dart can get some buffs with more Dart heroes like Claude. But the meta will change. Just everybody can change to one thing, then again come back, and then Earth can pick up again because Craig get a massive buff, and then they brought a new hero. I can't remember she name, but a new gun hero that's also Earth that got a new hero buff. So Earth just keep winning. This game got a strong preference towards Earth. But yeah, the meta can be a little more diverse as we get more heroes. Let me see what else going on in the chat. Yeah, Gogo was saying that he's destroyed everybody lower than he, and then people that's beat he's the people that got the same exact team. I think that can happen for another few months. But I remember you was telling me a time back that you wasn't feeling much challenge, so I want to see how you can do in World 11. Because World 11 was quite hard. And I'm not even joking. Some people's got to spend a lot of gems to beat those stages. So that's kind of looking forward to seeing people that experience not just the story, but the difficulty. Because the difficulty ramped up so much in World 11 that I always wondered if it's not a detriment to the game. Saying like, if you can't clear World 11, you can't continue the story. And it was so hard for even me to clear back in mobile that I was like, won't more people leave the game because they can't? Won't more people leave the game because they can't clear it? So like I was always questioning Iris. I always used to question why they made World 11 so hard, as I always believed that it would scare off people. I just realized this angle kind of sucks. Maybe I should just hold the phone straight. Ah, yeah, so you see, Edward, you remember that World 10 and 11 was hard, and they even nerfed it. So that's interesting that they did nerf World 10 and 11. So I really looking forward to see how people gain fear getting through World 11. Actually, when World 10 and 11 first came out, even though it wasn't in the game yet, you could only revive up to 3 times per battle. And yeah, and then the last boss in World 11 was like so hard. People would spend like 1,000. Right, and then like the nerf the fight a little bit to make it easier for people to clear, and it's still difficult to this day, if you ask me. But there's a lot to pay for revives, and people pay 3,000. I see somebody pay 3,000 gems. People pay 6,000 gems. And I think a revive is 300 gems, so maybe that's like 10, 15, 20 revives people do just to try and clear that stage to go forward in story. And like I say, I always believe that. I don't see why it was so hard. Like Dark Souls kind of hard. When the story is the best part of this game, and if you can't continue the story, you like need to quit. So what's going on, Christian? Future Night. Yo, yeah. That's saying I actually did forget. Future Princess actually makes World 10 and 11 easier. So people that clearing it without her, like me, is who can got the hardest struggles. But I still think with Future Princess it can be hard. So I just want I actually make a video about it. I want to see how people feeling about World 11. But we get it in 2 parts. We get first part in week 1, second part in week 2. So I'm really looking forward to see how people handle World 11 for sure. And Chris, you asked about Future Night. Future Night is I advising people to skip because of the collab. I haven't used her myself, but I know she's a solid hero for raids. I don't think she can be that strong in Coliseum. I don't think she's going to be that strong in Arena. Edward said that Future Night map dependent in Arena. So I think most people should skip Future Night for now, just because the collab coming. But other than that, Future Night, if you like Future Night, go ahead and pull. I can pull because 1, I want to create content on Future Night, and 2, if I have to, I'm going to spend money to get the collab heroes. I don't want to, but if I have to, I might. I know for sure I want Lena. Even I got her on mobile. I want her strictly because once the Hey Joshua, hey, thanks for passing through. I am pretty good. I am getting through this stream with the help of chat because I run out of things to talk about. I said it's an action hour and I barely met like 25 minutes, half hour. So doing pretty good. I almost thought I wouldn't show up, but I am here streaming from my phone. Having a good time. I can't complain. And I just forget what I was talking about. But I think we was talking about World 11 or something. You know, I have never watched Slayers, and when I first saw it come to Guardian Tales, I actually tried to find it online, and I can't. Like, not on Crunchyroll, that's the only legitimate place to find it. And I was willing to go outside of Crunchyroll. I can't say what I was willing to do to find it, but I never did find a good place to watch it. I do want to watch it though, but mostly because of Guardian Tales, to see if I would like it. So, but for sure I want Lena, because remember my starting hero is Split Vice. So I am mostly a fire main. I am mostly a fire main in Guardian Tales, so I want to get Lena for sure. And I haven't really built a range team as yet. The only range hero I got built on my account right now is Tinia, because as most people know that's watched my videos, Tinia is one of my favorite characters, even though I don't use her that much. So I'm thinking that my first range team can be Tinia, Lena, Future Knight, and somebody else. Oh, Lori, well, I guess, well, I gone deep into spoilers. The collaboration is Slayers. I never watched the anime, but it's an old anime that I heard about. The heroes are Lena. Lena's the one everybody says a must pull. She like, I don't want over exaggerate, but she's a very strong range fire hero. That's the best way to put it. So Lena. Zelos is the other collab character you gotta pull for. He is not that good, but if you like him, you can pull for him. And then they got the weapons. So Lena and Zelos you gotta pull for, and then you get Gory for free. And the good thing about the collaborations in GT is that you always get one character for free, and you can be able to max limit break the character and their weapon. So you can get 6 copies of Gory's weapon, and and you can get enough evolution stones to carry Gory straight up to 5 star, right? Yeah, that's what I want to say. So actually, if you got Gory and Future Princess, like if you wait to clear World 11, if you wait for the collaboration, you could actually get Future Princess and Gory, and that should make World 11 much easier. Because you got 2 strong late heroes, and like I said, everything is get for Gory is free, so you can get it. You can get Gory, you can get 6 copies of Gory's weapon, and you can get, I hope you pronounce the name Gory. And you are going to get all the evolution stones for Gory, so you don't even gotta farm to get Gory to 5-star. But yeah, Lena's a range fire hero, Gory is a melee sword hero, and Zelos is, I have no idea what to call Zelos. You know, a lot of people actually did that. They took the extra copies of the weapon and just trade them in for magic medals. But I prefer to max limit break the weapon. It's a free hero. He not terrible. I am going to max limit the weapon. I'm going to max limit break the weapon. Or you can even keep 2. And if things stay to schedule, we are going to have a rerun of this collaboration. And I think you're also going to get 6 more copies of the weapon. But I would not bet on the rerun for the collab as much as I betting on the collab. We gotta get the collab first before we start studying the rerun. But we can know about in 2 to 3 to 4 weeks. 2 to 4 weeks we can know if we get the collab for sure. And if we don't, then I am sorry. Because I prepare everybody for the collab just so they don't miss heroes. And I tell them skip Future Knight and Beth. But hopefully we get the collab. I think that's about it for me. I ain't get to all, but if anybody got any more questions. Hey, look, go, good question. Who do you regret max limit breaking the most? And that's for the chat. That's open to the chat. For me, you actually regret maxing Tinia? I love my Tinia. I don't think I ever regret maxing Tinia. I love Tinia so much that I remember in mobile, I max limit brought her. Then I reset her to get all the. I reset Tinia to get all the items. And then I end up farming back for Tinia again. Like I just really like Tinia. Edward said Garum. Yeah, I can remember when I was using Garum. I tried using him as a healer. I didn't quite like Garum that much though overall. So I could see Garum. Oh, you aren't a raider, Lori, so if you aren't a raider, yeah, I could see you not liking Tinia if you was not a raider. If you was do PvP, then yeah, Tinia not that. She ain't the best for PvP. But hopefully you get a reset stone soon so you can reset her. Um, Noah. Noah Law said he regrets Knight. Yeah, I can see people regretting SR characters. But I guess another spoiler I could get into is that SR characters are currently getting upgraded. I don't know what they can do for a Knight, but they are currently getting upgraded. So far, Craig is super strong with his upgrade, and Karina is super strong with her upgrade. I know you're making a sport about ALF. The body I want to build ALF. I only have Augment, FP, Gabriel, Maximum, and my Alpaca trainer. So also, Christian say he ain't got no regrets at the moment. Yes, Karina does get upgraded. I think I would Christian, but the reason I would Christian on the max limit breaking is because I had previous experience from mobile. So I have not wasted my limit break, my hero crystals limit break like I did on mobile. And because I don't play a lot of PvP, like PvP is not my main focus for the game, I don't really limit break heroes unless I really, really like them. So right now I think I got my plate vice limit broken. Tinia. So that's a melee and a range. I think I max limit break Lavi. I do not recommend anybody limit break Lavi. Lavi is terrible, but I like her. Raid damage. If you got the correct team comps for raids, then you gotta start focusing on these small things. So like better equipment. I actually need to do another raid, guy, don't I? Like I remember the basic equipment for raids is you need 4 DPS characters. The lead will use Golden Pocket Watch or a better replacement. And the other 3 characters does use Sharpshooter or if you got a upgraded replacement. But to do more raid damage, once you got the correct teams, yeah, you're welcome, Christian. So for like raids, once you got the correct teams, is now come down to damage. You gotta start looking at your book collections. So you gotta get more items, more costumes. But collections can come down to it. Then then the limit breaks on your weapons and all these small things to keep upgrading your stats. You can find that merch make a big difference per raid scores, so you gotta look for that too. And I think Raider will gotta do a chains ain't too hard. Like I think I can explain it again. I can't explain it on stream, but I could probably explain it in a different video. Like I could really do a shorts or something on chains. But yeah, to do raid damage though, again after you got the correct team, is learning the boss fight and then like doing things like upgrading your book collections, getting that 1% bonus on attack, 1% bonus on. I think that's it. You just want attack bonuses actually. So you gotta just fill out the book collections to get them little bonuses and upgrade your weapons. Actually trying to keep up with the chat now. Jam, you wanna know about Plate Vice or Nari? I think I would go on Nari because she's more flexible. Unless you got a fire team, because Plate Vice has locked herself into fire teams. So I would say go on Nari. Even though Nari is a base hero, Nari is very, very flexible. Very, very good at raids. Very good in Coliseum on the right team. So I think Nari is a good shot over Plate Vice. As much as I like Plate Vice now, I would not recommend anybody to build her per se. Let me see what else I missed. Yeah, now everybody saying Nari is quite strong. Gogo, you mentioned the chain skills and people waiting. I ain't a min maxer, but I know you can wait to the end and time it, but you gotta understand how chain. Once you understand fully how chain skills work, you could decide if you want to wait till the end or if you want to just start spamming the buttons. But I think it's just learning how your chain skills work, and once you understand it fully, you would know what to do next. I saw someone ask about World 10. Where did that go? Yeah, Edward asked about World 10 and seeing Little Princess growing up. World 10 is when I realized that Guardian Tales is probably my definite favorite video game ever. I used to say my favorite mobile game, but over the past year of playing it now, like I think it's about roughly a year in playing it, I come to realize that I really like everything about Guardian Tales. I think there are things I don't like, but I like the little daily grind. I like getting new heroes, and then when I hit World 10 and I see how the story change, and I saw like I guess I gotta do more spoilers again, but when I saw like a lot of the champions died and how they died and people mentality like how use get affected by the future when the night disappear, and it was like these people really know how to craft a story. And I realized like when you think back on it, you can see dark moments in the story. There was the time, I don't know if you had the family with the tickets, if people can remember that in the desert, if when you getting tickets what's happened to them, and then the shoemaker. I remember the shoemaker and his protege. I ain't gonna spoil off for people either, but I remember that. And then Ogma's side story, how Ogma get created, I remember that too. And then like when I really think about GTA, I think that this is probably my favorite game ever. And I like a lot of games. My previous favorite game used to be Hollow Knight. And I think I like GT more than that now. I see some more questions. Do Nari's attack lock on to targets? I think they do, but you gotta be within a certain range. Like, yeah, they will, but I think if you're too far, they get just miss. Yeah, Hollow Knight is like my favorite game, like next to GT now. So I guess if I had to pick like a favorite completed game, it'd be Hollow Knight, and then my favorite continuous game would be Guardian Tales. J4KZ. I don't know if you're supposed to call that Jack, so you just say J4KZ. If a card has an elemental party buff and isn't the lead, does the party buff still take effect, or is it only... Oh, all party buffs will take effect. It don't matter if... It does not matter if you are the lead hero or not. So when you're building a team, consider all the party buffs of each hero. And you can't, and they do stack. So if you got two range attack ups, they can stack, but obviously it's get diminishing returns. So you're trying not to duplicate party buffs. For general teams, you want HP party buff, defense party buff, and then like two attacking ones, like either elemental attack or range attack or dark attack, something like that. But all party buffs will apply, even if the person is not the lead. When do I think Ascension characters can start coming out? Probably this time next year. They are not out in JP yet. And JP exactly 1 year ahead of us. So probably this time next year, or a little, even a little later. But there's a chance to start releasing things early to try and catch us up. Because if I realize that the story on mobile is quite slow to release, and I think that's because JP like almost caught up to Global's mobile game. So I think they're probably trying to get everybody on the same level. Yeah, Laurie, like if it's not out in JP, I don't think we should be excited for it. So like the thing is though, they have shown that they are willing to switch up the Switch release, because we got Rue extra early, and then there was flipping around heroes because of Brand Rue. And we also got World 10 1 week earlier than we should have. So they are willing to change up things, but I don't know how much. Right now, they're back on schedule following JP, so we don't know how that can go from there. How to pick a lead for Coliseum, and does it matter? Actually, it does matter. And the first point you bring is correct. In that FP is one of the few heroes who has a chain skill that does get you into the chain with just one. Most heroes need 2, 3, or sometimes even 4 chain skills to start the chain link. But FP is one of the few heroes that can do it in one. So that's one reason why she is normally the leader. But the other reason is, and there's something you need to consider, is that when you in Coliseum, you get the lead hero gets 3 times the amount of HP as the rest of the heroes, or 3 times more HP, something like that. I forget the number. But yeah, when you picking the lead hero, always remember that they can get extra HP compared to the other 3 heroes on the team. So they got a friend of mine in the guild. Depending on who they're fighting, sometimes they just lead Rue as their leader. Like, say they need Rue to be more tanky, they just put Rue as the lead character so that Rue don't die. And then normally they would just lead FP. They would just lead Future Princess on a normal day, but depending on who they're fighting, they may make Rue the leader to get that extra HP. Top 3 worst heroes. Yeah, Lori. The lead hero does get more HP than the rest. They do. I think it's 3 times, or I think it's like they just get X6, and all other heroes just get X3. But just get more HP than the rest. That's all I can tell you for sure. Currently running Arabella as lead in Coliseum, and she wins more if I run FP as lead. Yeah, if you get really deep into the weeds of Coliseum, you can be switching around who's your leader. And yes, that's why your Tinny is so tanky. She has more HP than she should. Top 3 worst heroes, go. Let me see. Which heroes do I really hate? I will go through. When I'm picking heroes that I don't like, it's heroes that I don't like to control though. So I think I can agree with you. I think Lan will be up there. Lan's base attack feels kind of wonky. I don't like hers. I actually do not like Gabriella's either. Even though I know Gabriella's strong, controlling Gabrielle, she just don't feel right. And Bob. Bob. I am actually going to build Bob soon. Just to build one of those God Bobs. The number 1 in arena uses Lawn. I have no idea what they're doing with Lan. I know Lan got some abilities like healing and what's not. But to use her in arena, she's given a HP buff, a HP party buff. I have no idea why they are using Lan. Maybe they just got so much stats, like so much strong equipment and what's not, that people probably can't get Lan killed, but I have no idea other than that. Well, don't forget all the arena ranks get split. So my top 100 can be different from everybody else's top 100. So we don't always get to see each other. It's only if we land in the same one. ALF is bad, but ALF has a place in that other arena mode. We just call it now Masters Arena as a count to pick. Because Masters Arena got pick and bans, nobody don't really ban ALF. And let me say you fight a team that got a bunch of range heroes on it, like Barry and Tinia and Rue. ALF is actually a strong counter because he got the range defense. But yeah, other than Masters Arena, ALF ain't got a lot of use. I agree with you, Chad. After I played the story, because this is the first time I played the story for ALF, and he beat that poor fake lady Carmen, he beat Carmen so bad. So bad. With little reasons. Well, he had a strong reason, but I mean, like, poor Carmen. I did feel bad for Carmen after that. I love piloting Muriel, the way her base attack combo and being able to move diagonally gives so much outplay potential. Yeah, Muriel does feel pretty good. And when you play Muriel, like, Muriel feels like an upgraded Lan, because Lan and Muriel kind of got a similar attack pattern, but Muriel one to just work much better. So I could see people like him playing Muriel. You talking about Masters Arena? I don't ever bother to play that. That's give battle medals. Saints it doing. Let me see. For Masters Arena, I think it's just like an extra mode for people that like to play hardcore. So like people in the top ranks could go and duke it out with a pick and ban phase for Arena. It's not really supposed to give you rewards because they don't want people to feel left out of it. So that's why the rewards are kind of like underwhelming. So it's just there for people that like to play out like a hard mode of Arena. That's there for them. So I don't mind it. I like that. It's there. I don't play it. And I don't have to play it because they ain't got no good rewards. So that's pretty cool. Let me see. Favorite side story so far, 70 plus hours. Playing the hostess minigame. I actually did enjoy the cooking version to this one. I actually enjoyed the cooking version with Lynn, but I didn't play 70 hours of it. Maybe you can like the mini games in the arcade. How do you farm auction stones and auction lot stones? You really don't farm those. All the methods to get auction lot stones and auction stones on the whole just aren't like, they ain't worth the effort. So the only one that might be worth it is the mileage shot for magic medals. I find the auction stones in there pretty cheap. But all the rest is normally just wait on events, or you can go buy packs to get auction stones. I would say auction stones is one of the few ways that they have monetized the game. So if you really want auction stones, you just gotta buy them in packages. That's the best way for auction stones. I am never going to use God Bob against Beth. I can tell you that right now. Because I tried using Knight on my Switch to clear World 10. And the first stage beat me so bad that I just dropped Knight. I was like, I cannot do this. I do not know how people beat the whole of World 10 with just Knight. But there's no way I can try God Bob. No way. Yeah, when it comes to auction stones, what I just do is I just spend them on accessories first. Cause accessories easy. You can lot accessories for cheaper, and you could get a max out accessory much easier than you could get a max out weapon. And I guess there's another spoiler. The next slot that we can get inside of the training room is going to be for weapons. Alright, go. Thanks for passing through. Again, right to leave just now too. I get past my hour, so I feel good for this first stream. I did feel good for this first stream, so thanks for passing through, go. Yeah, Jam. Absolutely not touching my riff now because it's going to be hell to get a decent roll. Oh yeah. Like, I realized that now that I'm playing for the second time, when I first played on mobile, my luck in my riff was pretty good, so I got a lot of good accessories. But then as I start using auction stones on them, I was like, whoa, these take a lot of auction stones. So what I end up doing is that I like the yeah, your screen trap passing now. What I end up doing is that I use the battle medals. So I actually turn out that I like the what do you call it now? The necklace. I can't really call the necklace that is get from the battle room. But I like the accessories from the battle medals that you get. I forget what it's called right now. Minotaur necklace, right? Minotaur necklace, and yeah, I like that one as my main accessory now instead of going to Mirror Rift, because Mirror Rift you need too many option stones. And yeah, I think that's about cover it. Thank you for passing through, everybody. I think I can call it a wrap here. 70 minutes. This was not a bad first stream. I would like to improve the quality going forward because streaming from this phone may not be the best. But I had a really good time. I get through it thanks to y'all because I only make it like 25 minutes with the content I had planned, which was the going over World 11 and showing my setup. So I had a pretty good stream, 70 minutes. I can't complain. I can try to upgrade the quality, get a gimbal, get a better camera. But you can look for these weekly. Either going to be Saturday at this time or on Sunday, depending on how my weekend look. But I can try to do a stream once a week. And we could talk about updates. We could talk about characters. And then maybe in the future I'll be able to stream some of my gameplay, like stream God Bob. But I had a really good time. So I just want to say thank you for everybody for passing through. And I can see you in the next video or stream. So thank you everybody and later. Bye bye.